I'm throwing a celebration. Once I get to the 50th episode, I'm gonna throw a celebration. Then I might just end season 1 and go into season 2 with this walk down. Man, this walk down has been so amazing. Everybody that's been joining and rocking with me all through 31 episodes, I thank y'all. 31st episode of the walk down. Yep, it's moving. It should be more than that, but I stopped. Right, but I'm back on it now. If we're gonna look up and we're gonna be on season 2 of this walk down. Yeah, this marathon training day 11, going real good. I bumped up my running, guys. I bumped it up. It's 5 miles now. Ain't no stopping. 5 miles every single day, right? And I ain't just pussyfooting it either. I'm moving, right? We moving with the 5 miles, which, you know, I'm already was doing 4 and walking. See, that's why that mile and that walking at the end is very crucial. You know what I'm saying? I could have went to 6, right? But I'm gonna stick with the 5, right? I'm gonna stick with the 5 for the rest of this month. And then beginning of the month, I'm bumping it up to 6. The marathon, the first marathon, which is a test run, it's gonna be Memorial Day. Shout out to all the veterans. Yeah, so it's gonna be Memorial Day. It's gonna be the first one that I'm shooting for. You know, that's gonna be the first one that I do just to get used to running in the marathon, because I'm preparing for the Chevron Marathon. But I gotta get about 3 of them up under my belt, right, before 2026. And it's going well, guys. That's why you gotta stay ready to keep from getting ready. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay ready. That's right. My grandpa and grandma always told me, you gotta stay ready, man. And that's what I try to do. I try to stay prepared. You know, I'm already about, well, I'm gonna say years. I'm years ahead, but I'm already ahead of the game because I already been training, I already been working out, I already been running. You know, it's my lifestyle. So this is really simple to me. You know, so it's good. You know, it's been this good day, good run. I feel good with running the 5 miles. I didn't breathe at all, so I feel good about it. Nice pace. I ran those 5 miles in 10 minutes per mile, right? Finished well under an hour, right at 48, 49 minutes. I did a good job, man. You know, I really ran pretty good, which is great. I was ready and I'm prepared, right, to bump up these 5 miles. So I'm gonna stick with 5 miles, y'all. I'm gonna stick with these 5 miles all for the next 2 straight weeks. Of course, I'm gonna rest on the weekend, right? I'm gonna go up maybe a little bit lighter on Fridays. You know, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on Fridays, and on Mondays, I'm coming out hard. So these next 2 weeks, I'm gonna focus on 5 miles, and I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster, you know, as the time goes. I ain't gonna try to beat my time every single day, but my best on the week, I'm gonna try to beat that the next week as we roll into the next month. So that's what we got going on right now. These next 2 weeks, 5 miles steady every single day. Fridays a little bit of light work. Saturdays and Sundays we're taking off from the road work, that is. But we will be like stretching, right, and a little bit of weightlifting and things like that. You know, but mostly rest and recover. So when Monday come, I'll be ready to rock and roll. Yesterday, I felt so good. Monday, I'm ready. Today, I'm feeling good. I could have kept going, but I stopped myself. Now we're just gonna chill. We're gonna roll out the rest of this week. Monday, we're coming out really hard, right? So I'm thankful for this walk down. This is the 31st episode of the walk down. You know, I'm eating correctly. I got all that meat out of my system, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm feeling lovely. I'm feeling great as ever. I'm feeling light. I ain't bloated. I'm feeling good. You know, I'm back on my vegan diet. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm eating more beans than ever. I ain't eating no rice. I'm eating kale, right? I'm ready to rock and roll, guys. That kale with that vinaigrette, ooh, that tastes so good. See, that's the thing about eating healthy. You got to change it up with healthy stuff. You got to change it up a little bit. That's where your body to adapt. Because see, at first, I was just eating chickpeas every single day. But I've been changing it up, right? I added in the kale. I added in I can't think of the name of the fruit right now. I added in a different type of fruit. Dragon fruit, yeah. I added in the dragon fruit. That yellow dragon fruit tastes so good, man. I added that into the diet as well. And man, that dragon fruit, it's expensive, right? It costs a lot. But that's why I try to eat like one a week. You know what I'm saying? I eat one dragon fruit a week. Where I'm at, they like $5 for one little yellow dragon fruit. But it's worth it as far as, it's worth it. Thank you for hitting the like button. It's worth it as far as health benefits with that dragon fruit. The yellow one tastes good. I think the other one is red or something. The big one don't taste so well. But that yellow one, ooh, it tastes really, really delicious, guys. You need to check out that dragon fruit, the yellow one. It tastes real, real good. And they say that that's a rare fruit, but it's really, really good. And I love the dragon fruit. I love the yellow one. So I try to eat one a week, you know, but you can't eat too many of them because it's also like a laxative. You know what I'm saying? But it gives you plenty of energy. It has everything in it. Man, it's just lovely. I'm feeling so good today, guys. You know, I'm feeling good. That's why rest is very, very important. You know, you can't just, your body is not a machine. You gotta rest. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, you gotta put the right things in your body. Ben slices of cheese, make America great again. 33, matched king. Okay, yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make health great again. That's what we're trying to do. And for me, it's working. It's right, it's working. You know, I cut out meat. I eat nothing but fruits, vegetables, no meat. And beans. Beans are my protein. I like to eat a lot of beans. That way you can't eat the beans like it's a side dish. No. Because the beans is where the protein is. So you gotta eat the beans, as much beans like it's a steak. So you gotta have a big portion of beans. I prefer chickpeas. Chickpeas and red beans, that's what I prefer. And you gotta eat them like they're a steak. You can't eat them like it's a side dish. Because if you don't put a lot of beans on the plate, you know, the protein levels is not gonna be there. So you gotta eat a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like to eat kale, right? You gotta eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. You gotta eat a lot. You know what I'm saying? But actually it's a lot cheaper and a lot more healthy, right? That's why I'm saying. I'm out here getting ready for this marathon. That's what I'm doing, guys. I got a long way to go, but guess what? I gotta stay ready to keep from getting ready. So I'm ready to rock, man. I'm ready to rock. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for joining me. I am your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. And yeah, I'm out here just training, wrapping up my road work session. That's what I'm doing. See, I think that helped me a lot. Like I said before, I wasn't stretching. I'd just take off running and things like that. I never would be stretching. So now I'm starting to stretch. This is my second week of really stretching. You know what I'm saying? So that has helped me out tremendously. You know, I've been doing a lot of squats. That has helped me out tremendously, you know, a lot. I also been doing a lot of lunges. That's been helping me out. So I've been doing different sessions for the past 2 weeks. That's really helped me out. I'm on my third week, the start of the third week. So, well, matter of fact, no, this is day 12. Right, today is day 12. So I completed 2 weeks already. So this is the beginning of the third week. So I had to bump it up a little bit. I added more sessions. I'm not just running, you know, I'm stretching. I'm doing a little bit of weightlifting. I'm stretching a lot. I'm doing squats. I'm doing lunges. You know, I'm trying to strengthen it up my legs. I'm doing calf raises, all that. Yeah, I'm working out like 3 sessions a day, guys. 3 sessions a day. And this week I had to bump it up because I was doing 3 sets of 10 for the past 2 weeks. Well, now I got to bump it up. I'm doing 5 sets now. I'm doing 5 sets of all the workout exercises. So I'm glad that I did it that way because I didn't get sore, because I was just used to running. I wasn't really used to doing all the other exercises, the other sessions. I was only used to doing the road work, which is running. So I had to add in weights. I had to add in stretching. I had to add in lunges and squats. So I started real light. I started with 3 sets of 10 and I wasn't sore at all. So now I got to bump it up. See, that's the great thing about starting off slow. Don't overwork yourself. When you're just not starting to start training, you got to start very small so you won't get sore. Soreness will slow you down on what you're trying to do. So that's how I handled it. So I just got to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm bumping up everything this week. This is the 3rd week, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to rock and roll. 11 minutes in. Yeah, this is the 31st episode of the walk down. The 31st episode. And I'm just documenting it. That's what I'm doing. That's not the reason, really the reason why, but I like, it makes it go by faster when I'm on live having conversations with different people. It makes the walk go by faster. I like this better, the guys. I like this better than actually talking on the phone. I just go live, I'm documenting it, and I'm also having great conversations when people come into the live. If they don't, guess what? I'm just talking to my friends and family. Have something to document for the future. That's what it is, guys. Shout out to Google, shout out to YouTube, you know, shout out to all of them. But yeah, ready to rock and roll. Got to make sure your energy up. You got to eat enough. My energy is sky high, guys. Sky high. It's because what I put in my body. What you put in your body is actually more important than the road work. It's more important because if you don't fuel your body the right way, guys, guess what's going to happen? You're gonna crash out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna crash out. You ain't gonna be all the way there. Energy is not gonna be there. So you want your energy up. Like my energy is up right now. You want your energy up during the whole workout. And only reason why you can do that is what you put in your body. You can't be drinking sodas and then trying to do this work. It ain't gonna work, bro. You're gonna crash out. You can't. You gotta drink the proper water. You gotta put the proper nutrition in your body. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. You gotta eat as less bread as possible. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's how you gotta do it. So that's a few tips out there for y'all if y'all just not getting to start out with this health journey. So I've been in this health journey. I've been doing this for a minute. But you gotta know your own body, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's body is different. Like my system, you know, which is very important. My gut system don't process meat too good. You know what I'm saying? My body, it make me sluggish. It make me tired. You know, it make me bloated. It don't give my body the energy that it needs. That's why I don't eat no meat. If I do, it's because I love meat. I love brisket, and I use it just, you know, as a cheat day, which I hardly ever have cheat days. I just came off for a month and a half of doing nothing but eating a lot of meat. And it took me a while for my body to get back adjusted to that vegan lifestyle. It took me a while. You know what I'm saying? Now my body's back normal. My system is back ready to rock and roll. Only thing is I changed my diet. I took that rice out of there. That's another thing. That white rice, I had to got rid of it. You know what I'm saying? If I do eat white rice, it's gonna be a little bit, maybe once out of the week. I'm eating nothing but kale and spinach, guys. You know, yeah, I'm eating nothing but kale and spinach. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? That does my body excellent. It does it excellent. So you got to find out what your body adapts to. My body don't. My system my gut system don't do too well with meat, bro. It just don't. It clogs me up. It has me bloated. You know, it has me tired, no energy, you know, and all that. So I eat meat. It's not really good for my system, and I think that'd be a problem with a lot of people. You know, that meat, especially that processed meat. And the number one, if you trying to be vegan, number one thing you got to stay from is that processed fake meat, that Beyond Burger and all that crap. You got to stay away from that processed fake meat. That'll mess you up too, guys. If you eating processed meat, like not processed meat, but processed that Beyond Meat, fake meat stuff, trying to be a vegan and you eating processed vegan food, that's bad, bro. All you gotta do is look inside, look on those ingredients, which, man, a lot of those ingredients, them people be lying anyway, bro. That stuff be chemicals. You know what I'm saying? Take it from the OG. See, when I used to eat that Beyond Meat crap, and I had to hurry up and stop messing with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was giving me the same effects as eating meat. A lot of fat, a lot of just trash. And a lot of that stuff is chemicals, bro. That's why you got to be, if you want to eat vegan, you got to eat beans, bro. You got to eat beans, the beans that you like. You got to eat fresh vegetables, right? Fresh fruit. You can't be a vegan and then you want to eat Beyond Meat. That's not healthy. It's not. That's the cheap way of being a vegan. No. You got to see, it took me a while to find out what works for me. You know what I'm saying? And I got my accommodation down now. And what's so good about it, you got to have different recipes, you know, because you want to change it up because you get tired of eating the same old thing, the same old taste. It burns you out. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is I switch it up. That's what I learned. You know what I'm saying? I switch it up. You know what I'm saying? What I found out is not only when I go to the doctor and get my blood work, they be amazed on how my blood pressure is and my blood. And all, they be amazed, guys. That vegan life, I ain't gonna even lie. You're not eating no salt, really. You're not eating no processed sugars. You know what I'm saying? So automatically. But you gotta make sure you gotta find a combination that works for you. See, that vegan life is tricky. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot really know your body or know what you're supposed to be eating, and you'll fool around and could become malnutrition. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, people that want to try to be a vegan, you got to roll your way into it. And it takes time to find the combination of foods, you know what I'm saying, that will actually go with your body, right? The combination that'll fuel your body where you have all the energy like what I got. Yeah, I got energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. You got to know what works for you. And you got to stick to it. And you got to find multiple different, to be successful, being a vegan or vegetarian. You have to, and you want to do it for the long haul, you got to learn different types and different recipes that you can switch up, because you're going to get tired of eating the same old thing over and over and over, and you're going to get burnt out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get burnt out. But you got to, main thing, you got to stay away from that processed vegan food, bro. The shit is terrible. It's no good. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It tastes good, right? And it give you the feel that you're really eating meat, but it's unhealthy. You might as well just keep on eating processed food out the stove. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you might as well keep on going to Jack in the Box and Whataburger. You know what I'm saying? But if you, you got to eat real vegan food. You got to eat spinach, kale, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Avocados, you know, you get the point. Beans, a lot of beans. You got to eat a lot of beans. And what people don't really realize, what I found out, those things are actually more cheaper. You know what I'm saying? And people work at eggs. I don't eat no eggs, bro. I don't eat no eggs. I don't eat no eggs. Me personally, I don't eat breakfast. I don't. I just go on and start eating my, whatever meals I got, my beans, my kale, my spinach, carrots if I got them, tomatoes if I feel like eating tomatoes, avocados, things like that. But the portion of the beans gotta be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It can't be like a regular portion on a plate. Like how when you eat beans, you got your beans and your rice, and then you got your chicken on there. You can't eat beans that small of a plate because you ain't getting enough protein with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat a lot of beans. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Probably, I'm gonna say, I eat a lot of beans, bro. I eat a lot of beans, so I stack it up till I really can't eat no more. That's how you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And dragon fruit, as I keep talking, I got to keep bringing up dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is some of the best nutrition you can get. Gonna give you energy. It has everything, all the ingredients and all the nutrition that you need is in that dragon fruit. And it's lovely. Watermelon, you know what I'm saying? Apples, oranges, etc., etc., etc. But dragon fruit is is really a super food. It's a superfood. Avocados is a superfood. You'll come out here and you'll go out there and have all kind of energy. A lot of energy. That's why I got so much energy, guys. I just ran 5 miles. And now I'm walking another 1.5 miles. And if I keep on running my mouth, it's gonna be longer than this. You know, appreciate y'all for hitting the like button. Yeah, but this is day 12 of the marathon training. The road work is complete. And you know, once I finish this work, the road work, I'm all right with the other session. Cause it's simple, you know? Just lift some weight, stretch, squats, you know what I'm saying? Lunges, a quick, today I gotta do 5 sets of 10. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. When I'm done, I do my lunges, do my squats, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So I'm on my 2nd session today. And I count stretching, that is also a session. Stretching is a session, guys. It is a training session. So I count that as a session. I got stretching. I got weightlifting, lifting a few weights. I got the main base road work, which is the 5 miles, walking another 1.5 miles. Squats, right? Squats and lunges. That's another session. So I'm working out, because I count stretching, that's 4 times a day. And that's been working out good for me for these 2 weeks. I come out and crush it, then I rest. You know what I'm saying? When I rest, man, it just gives my body time enough to recover and get in more nutrition. You know what I'm saying? And relax and cool down and calm. So I get ready to rock and roll on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Now we're on Trapping Tuesday. Now tomorrow's Wealth Wednesday. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be in the middle of the week. Come tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I see when you having fun and you're doing something productive, time flies, guys. The day is over with. You know what I'm saying? Time flies. Flies, man. Time is flying, bro. That's why we gotta get prepared. And it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know what I'm saying? It's long term. It's not short term. That's why you gotta stay ready. Keep from getting ready. You know what I'm saying? That's why, even though that marathon is well in February, I'm already ready to rock and roll. Why? Because I already put the work in. I stay ready. I stay ready. All I gotta do now is just pump it up. You know what I'm saying? Pump it up a notch. And that's what I did. And add other elements to what I got going on. And that's it. 24 minutes. I'm trying to go another 6 more minutes. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this episode of the Walk Down update on my marathon training. You know what I'm saying? The first marathon is gonna be on Memorial Day. A lot of people know I come from a military family, so I picked that one, but just specifically because of that. And I gotta go shine. I gotta go show up. Of course, I'm not in no competition with nobody. I'm in competition with me. That's what you gotta remember, guys. You ain't in competition with nobody. You're in competition with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're in competition with yourself. So that's why starting next week, I'm timing every single thing. At least once a week, I'm timing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going by the stopwatch. You know, I'm timing everything, and my goal is to beat my times. So when I do get in this marathon, I got a time that I got to beat, and it's my time. It's my all-time high. I'm not going against nobody else's all-time high but mine. That's what I'm doing, bro. That's what we doing. I'm going against my own time, because I got goals for my own goals. Can't nobody else set your goals but you. You set your goals. And whatever happens, happens. I ain't worried about nobody else's goals. I'm worried about my goals. That's what it is. That's what it is, guys. I'm worrying about my goals. I'm not worrying about nobody else's goals. So it's because at the end of the day, it's me versus me. Ain't no competition. It's just me. That's all it is, man. So this is the 31st episode of the Walk Down. I'm gonna have some type of, on the 50th episode of the Walk Down, I'm gonna have some type of party, guys. Yep, that's gonna be the first season of the Walk Down, episode 50. And then we're gonna start back over. We're gonna go to season 2, so on, so on, so on, and so on. I like this Walk Down, guys. Just because of y'all, I like the Walk Down. You know what I'm saying? People come in here and rock with me. You know, maybe to inspire somebody to get out and do it. Maybe you competing for a marathon. Maybe we got a lot of things in common. I want to connect with you. That's what this is about, guys. I want to connect with like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? So we can build each other up and help each other grow for our kids and grandkids and our homeboys and everybody else. That's how it works, guys. Yeah, this is episode 31. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Y'all ought to give me the fuel to keep going. You know, because on this walk down, you know, it could be boring. You know, the running part is exciting, but the walk down, this part of the walking afterwards, is kind of boring. You know, but this walk down has inspired me to keep going, because it puts the kid in my back, right? It keeps the kid in my back, and it keeps me excited. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love it so much, guys. I love this walk down. When I don't do it, right, I always think about it. When I wasn't running for the month and a half, y'all didn't see me doing the walk down. I thought about it all the time. Say, man, I'm missing my walk down, bro, because I like doing it so much. But I had to understand, I needed to take that month and a half break. I needed to take that month and a half break because I had been running for so long, right? And I needed to take that break. Thank God that I did, you know what I'm saying? Because I needed that break. And then right when I got the break and I came back, I got invited to run in the Silver Run Marathon. That was great news, guys. A guy invited me to run in the Silver Run Marathon, and I felt honored, you know, and I accepted, because I'm a competitor. I accepted. I've been competing since I was 4 or 5 years old. So I accepted it. So that's what's going on, you know? That's what's going on. But I'm not just jumping off the couch. I stay ready to keep from getting ready. That's how I was raised. My grandpa always told me, boy, stay ready to keep from getting ready. And that's what I've done. I stay ready, bro. That's why I could jump and just take out running and train for this marathon. But I started it from the beginning. I started it from when I was invited. When I got invited, I accepted. That's when I say, okay, now I'm about to say the training. Now I'm about to say, okay, this is day one of the training. But guess what? I've been training. If y'all been watching me, I've been doing this. I've been training for years. So once I signed the dotted line, guys, that's when I said, okay, this is officially day one of the training. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I was already in the flow, right? I was already in the flow. All I had to do was add in more training sessions. That's it. I'm training 4 times a day, guys. 4 times a day. I count stretching as a training. That's session 1. And then I run. That's session 2. That's what I'm doing right now. Session 3 is squats and lunges. And then session 4 is the weightlifting. That's what it is. So the stretching is all in the session as well. So it's 4 sessions that I got going on. Stretching, running, squats and lunges, and then weightlifting at 4. Ready to rock and roll. Today, out the gate, 5 miles. Out the gate. And then I'm walking another 1.5 miles or 2 when I get done talking. And then y'all know, when I get to going and get to flowing, I can run my mouth. And I might have walked another 3 miles by the time I look up. See, that's another thing, guys. If you are starting to run, this is very, very, very important. Listen to the OG. It's very, very important that you do a lot of walking. Not just walking like this. Not no slow walking, but a fast pace cardio walk, right? So when I run my miles, a fast paced cardio walk. Why do you do that, Stock Sniper? I do that because I know I'm gonna go up in miles. And it's an easy transition to go up. When I was running 1.5 miles, yes, the Stock Sniper was way down there at one time, running 1 mile and 1.5. I would run 1.5 miles and then walk another 1.5 miles, but not walk, but cardio walk another 1.5 miles. And then what? It's easier for me to bump up from 1.5 miles to 2. And then I keep on walking. See, walking is very, very important, right? What it does, the most important thing about walking, it keeps you patient. It keeps you patient. You're able to think. You know, it keeps you real patient. You're able to think. You're able to breathe, right? That's why walking is so important. You know, I try to do less walking. I try to do more walking than anything, guys. I just take off walking. At my house, I just take off walking and just walk, think, clear my mind. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a good sunny day, get vitamin C. That gives you more energy. Don't let them tell you being in the sun ain't no good. I'm telling you, they lying. It gives you more energy, and you be ready to rock and roll. If you're in the sun and you getting tired and less, it's because you ain't putting the proper things in your body. If you putting the proper stuff in your body, that sun is gonna enhance it. Listen to the OG. If you are, see, the main thing is what you put in your body, guys. If you drinking soda, and if you look at that soda, how much sugar's in the soda? 35, 40 grams of soda. You know how much 35 or 40 grams of sugar in a little whatever small can of soda. Do you know how much sugar that is, bro? All you gotta do is go to the store, get you one of them food scales, get you some sugar, and weigh it up on the scale. Put that 28 grams, 40 grams of sugar inside that a bag and weigh it up on the scale. And then pour it inside of a cup, 12-ounce cup, the size of a can. That'll let you see how much soda is really in, how much sugar are really in those sodas. It's a lot, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why when you go out and you work in the sun or you working out and all of a sudden you get drained. It's not the sun that's draining you, it's what you done put in your body. It's what you put in your body. The goal is, guys, is you have to find out everybody's body is different. You have to find out what your body, what foods fuel your body the most. And it take time. It took me a while to find out what stuff fueled my body the most. And I found out, bro. I found it out. I cracked the code to my own body. So you gotta know your body, bro. And the first step to knowing your body is knowing how it reacts to what you put in it. That's what it takes, guys. To know your body, you got to know how your body reacts to certain shit that you put in it. Just like your mind. You got to know your mind too. You know what I'm saying? Because what you put in your mind, it goes into your subconscious mind, and then that's what you attract, and that's what you become. Listen to the OG. It's what you put in your mind, just like in your body. If you fuel your mind with bullshit, you're gonna be bullshit, and you're gonna attract bullshit. Yeah, I said it. That's how it works, guys. That's how life works. And guess what else happens? Whatever you put into your body and put it to your mind, and you produce a kid, guess what? Whatever you put in your body, And whatever you put in your mind is gonna do what? Transfer into not only that woman, but into your kid. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. That's really how it works. See, we gotta really think deep about life. We gotta think deep about life, right? Life is simple, but then it's hard at the same time. My grandpa told me that when I was a little bitty boy. He said life is simple, but it's hard at the same damn time. It all depends on your mind. That's what it depends on. Listen to the OG. It all depends on your mind. That's why you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. But yeah, I'm out here just rocking and rolling on this walk down. We 35 minutes in, and we just about done. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Nice, beautiful day out here in the city. Just having a good time, man. Just having a good time. Yeah, I'm having a good time out here. This is the 31st episode of The Walk Down, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it, guys. I'm loving it. Getting ready to rock and roll. That's all it is to it. We're getting ready for the basketball playoffs, too. See, man, we've been having some good basketball games on lately. I can't wait till the playoffs start. I can't wait. I want to see if LeBron James can end up going to the NBA Finals and raising that trophy. I want LeBron James to win another championship, guys. Yeah, I do. I want to see LeBron James win another championship. I'm not a Laker fan at all, but I like LeBron James, man. I want to see him win another championship. Yeah, I do, before he retires. If LeBron can take the Lakers back to the championship and win another, he need to retire after that, guys, because he done did it all. He done did it all, bro. Yep. So I'm making it around this other end, guys. I usually don't walk over this way on the walk down. That's why it's always good to switch up. You see me over here, you see me over there, you gotta switch it up, make it exciting. Because running and walking the same area, it gets boring, guys. And that'll do what? That'll cause you to quit. That'll cause you to stop doing it. So we gotta stay excited, we gotta stay motivated, right? We gotta stay inspired, right? We gotta stay hyped, and we gotta stay ready. We gotta stay ready, bro. You never know when you might have to activate. You know what I'm saying? You never know when you might have to activate. You never know. And guess what? The bad thing is, if you wolf and then you gotta activate and you ain't ready. That's really an embarrassing thing. You know you ain't ready. You know you ain't ready to perform, but then it's time to go and you ain't ready to go. You ain't ready to go. See, thank God for my grandfather, who was a World War I veteran, who told me these things. You gotta stay on go. You gotta stay ready to keep from getting ready. You gotta stay ready, guys. That's all it is to it. You gotta stay ready. And I tries to stay ready. Every day, you gotta think about, you might have to activate. Every day, you gotta think about it. You ain't no telling when you might have to activate. Right? Just like I got invited to the Chevron Marathon. I never knew I had to activate, but guess what? I'm ready. So, and then guess what? I'm way ahead of schedule. I'm way ahead of schedule. That is not waiting until the beginning of 2026, February. Way then, I still got 8-9 months. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already ready. I'm already ready. All I gotta do is keep doing what I'm doing and build and keep building. So I'm making it around this corner, guys. For 39 minutes, 40 minutes. Woo! Out here getting it. I feel great. I feel great. I ain't gonna even lie, I feel great. Now I gotta walk a little bit faster because I'm trying to get this over with. Yeah, I am. Ain't nothing but this. Look, nothing but gravel. That's why I like running here. Y'all hear me talk about, Stock Sniper, why you ain't take off running from your house? I don't like running on concrete, bro. It's pretty over there, But I don't like running on concrete. I like running on this. I like running on gravel. You know, that's what I like. And I stay in my own lane and I mind my own business. Yeah, I like running on gravel. It's real good on my feet, real good on my back, joints, all that's ready to rock and roll. But see, I'm gonna have to get me some new running shoes in a second though, because these running shoes have been through it all, straight up. These running shoes I got on right now, y'all, you know I done put in some work. I done put in work on these shoes, bro. Y'all think I be bullshitting about my running? And what I got, listen, watch this. I be putting the work in. Appreciate you for hitting the like button. Bro, these running shoes, look, acids. I be putting the work in, bro. What's up, Pew? Salute, brother. I be putting the work in. Look at, man, these shoes right here, these acids. I be putting the work in. I don't be playing when I say I be running them 5 miles a day and walking another 1.5 miles, 2 miles. I be putting the work in. Yeah, you don't work, you don't eat. So yeah, I'm out here just training, man, getting ready to rock and roll. 41 minutes in on this walk down. This is the 31st episode of the walk down. Once I get to 50, I'm throwing a party, because that'll be the end of season 1 of the walk down. Once I get to 50 episodes, that's gonna be the end of season 1. And then we're gonna carry on to season 2. We're gonna carry on to season 2. Yep, so thank everybody that's been joining me on these walk downs every single day. You know, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I see a lot of people are liking the walk downs, which is cool. I hope you're out there training. I hope you're out there getting your health right? Because guess what? If you ain't healthy, you can't pass that. You can't build no wealth if you ain't healthy. Those two go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, right? You can't. You gotta be healthy. You know, you gotta make sure you're putting the right things in your body. You know, you got to. So, recap. I got invited to the Chevron Marathon, guys. Yep, I did. I took a 1.5 months off, right? And when I came back, I got invited to the marathon, to the Chevron Marathon. So this is my third week. This is my third week of actually giving them my word and starting my training for the exact marathon, which is in February of 2026. So I'm gonna run a few marathons just to get my mind prepared, right? But the main marathon is in February of 2026. That's what I'm getting ready for. And the training started 3 weeks ago. So I'm on my third weekend on this marathon training, and I'm ready to rock and roll, right? I couldn't say no, because really I'm already prepared, because I do this every day. I'm already prepared. So, and at the end of the day, I'm in competition with me. I ain't in competition with nobody else, bro. And whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna give it my best shot. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So I am 43 minutes in on this walk down, the 31st episode of the walk down, marathon training, day 12. Day 12, guys. So, hope y'all having a great day. Of course, I'm having a beautiful, beautiful day. It's nice and sunny. The birds are twerping. Everything's going good. And we out here just getting it in, working out. That's all we doing. Getting it in, working it out, getting ready. Only thing is, this is not my last. This is the end of the road work part. I still gotta do my squats and lunges when I get off this live, and then I still gotta, lift a little bit of weights later, and then I'm done. So I do 4 sessions a day. I count stretching as a session. I stretch every single morning before I get to the office. I stretch every morning. And then I try to stretch while I'm at the desk. So I'm continuously stretching now. And I do my road work, which is this part. And then I do my squats and my lunges, which is after this part. And then after that, I do my workout. I work with the weights. This week, I'm going from 3 sets to 5 sets, but I'm gonna keep it at 10. I'm gonna keep it at 10. 10 sets, no, 5 sets of 10. That's what I'm gonna do for the next 2 weeks. And then when these 2 weeks over with and we get into a new month, I'm gonna bump the 10 up to 15, and I'm gonna be back where I was doing the 15, doing 10 or doing 5 sets of 15. Then I'll be back at that number with different body parts. So I'm starting off real small, and I'm working my way back up. I did not want to get sore with the weight training because I really haven't been consistent with lifting the weights. I've been consistent running, but I haven't been consistent with the lifting of the weights. So I had to add in that other element, you know, so I could be ready to rock and roll. But since I add in the stretching, I feel the effects already. I've been stretching for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks. I've been stretching for 3 weeks now. So everything, I feel the difference already. Because usually when I'm running, I just jump out the car and start running. I wouldn't stretch or nothing. That's how I had it. I just jump out the car and take off running for 3-4 miles. And then do the walk down and I'm done. That's how I used to do. You know, but now I'm stretching. And stretching is very important. I just not noticed that. You know, stretching is very important, and it don't take much to stretch, right? It don't take nothing but 4-5 minutes to stretch. So, but this full 2 weeks of stretching, man, I see the difference. I feel the difference already. I really do. My movement is better. You know what I'm saying? My speed, I'm speeding up. I ran them 5 miles like it wasn't nothing. And look, I'm moving right now. As we come down to the end of the walk down. We almost at the end, guys. 47 minutes, pretty much long. This is really a long walk down as usual. But hey, we ready to rock and roll. Yeah, we ready. But sooner or later, I'm gonna have to retire these shoes. I've been running on these shoes every single day. February, March, April. Every single day for over a year. My same running shoes. I've been putting some work in. The work. That's a lot of miles. These shoes. That's why I love these Acids. The best shoes for your feet, guys. Hands down. These same running shoes. Over a year, I've been having them. And they old faithful. But I gotta change up. I gotta switch now. I gotta retire these. I gotta trophy these up and start a whole nother one. That's what I gotta do. These Acids are some really good shoes. All right, nice little pretty area over here too. Everybody, we exercise. We exercise in H-Town, guys. Yeah, y'all see everybody out here exercising. Yeah, we exercise out here. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we about our health over here. Out here, we about our health, bro. Yeah, y'all, we about our health in H-Town. That's what we about. We stay ready in H-Town, bro. We stay ready. Look at the golf court. Nice little place to chill. I ain't got time for that today, though. Because I got all this working out I got to do. My day is not done, guys. It's not done. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. Everybody that's been rocking with me on this walk down. Appreciate you. Everybody that's been liking the videos. I appreciate you. Everybody that come in and chill with me and rock with me and spit information. Appreciate you. Everybody that rock with the channel. I appreciate you. All the new subscribers, old subscribers. I appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We in it for the long haul, right? We in it for the long haul, not for short term. We in it for the long term, right? That's what we in it for. So we got to practice on thinking long term. We can't think short term. If you young, you got to start thinking what life looks like to me at 50. How do I see myself at 50 years old? How do I see myself at 45 years old? How do I see myself at 55 years old? You got to think about that right now. And you got to work towards that goal. Where you want to be at 50. Where you want to be at 55. Where you want to be at 45. You right? If you 20, where do I want to be at 25? Where I want to be at 30? You got to look at things like that. That's how you got to start looking at life, bro. We got to start pay attention to the future and work every single day towards the future. Just like I'm working towards this marathon, just like I'm working towards running these 4 miles every single day. Now I'm running 5 miles every single day. Every single day, I got to think about that finish line. And I'm almost at the finish line right now. Every single day, I got to think about the finish line. And it takes time to get to that finish line. It takes time to shine. That's why they ass behind. It takes time, bro. Life is like a marathon. It really is, bro. Life is like a marathon or a long walk, right? When you walking and running, especially long distance, you have to be really mentally prepared. You have to be really patient, right? You can't be anxious. That's what I love about running and walking. It actually is great for your mental health. Why is that, Stock Sniper? Because it calms you down. It takes the anxiousness out of your life. It takes the not being patient. It takes that out of your life, right? And you're able to breathe and think and make proper decisions. It makes you slow down and think about, what are you doing wrong? What are you doing right? How can I correct my wrongs? And how can I make my rights better? How can I make my rights better? That's what you're supposed to be thinking about on these long walks and on these long runs. That's right. That's right, guys. So with that being said, I'm at the end of this walk down. It's all done. All that work is done. Just like that, it's over. 5 miles. A 5-mile run. About another 2-mile walk. 7 miles altogether. 7 miles altogether. How do you know that, Stock Sniper? Because I've already put in the footwork. I already know how far I got to run for the 5 miles, and I already know the distance of the 2 miles. I already know it. Why? Because I'm prepared. I have prepared myself, and repetition prepares you more than anything. Practice and repetition, right, prepares you more than anything. Life, everything we do, we practice, prepare, make it better. Practice, prepare, make it better, and then teach others to go down the same and try to lead them in the right direction. With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Jonathan Davis, keep up the good work. What's up, my brother? Appreciate you for rocking with me. You at the end of the show, though, but I appreciate you anyway. Appreciate you for coming, man. Appreciate you. I really do. So, with that being said, y'all already know the drill. 704 Wall Street is my block. 704 Wall Street is my block. Yeah, it is. That's my block, bro. And I'm on that block all by myself. Woo, and it's lovely. I already told y'all, it's like an ATM machine. All you got to know is the passcode. That's it. Earn, spend less, and invest. To the next one. You can catch me early in the morning, 8:30 a.m. You know where I'm going to be at. I'm going to be on the block. That's right. I'm going to be on my block, posted up. Yeah, I am. 8:30 a.m. You can find me right there on this channel. Same time, same channel, 8:30 a.m. I love and I appreciate y'all. To the next one, y'all have a very great day, great night. Hope everything goes great. To the next one, I'm out.